You've been asking for it for months. You've been demanding that I drive this vehicle for years. Today is the day that I make all your wishes come true. Okay, now, fairly, admittedly, not very many people, I haven't seen any requests for it, but maybe there have been some requests and I just missed them. I just think it's about time that I drive this thing. But we're not just going to drive this thing, okay? We're going to upgrade and we're going to tune it. We're going to auto upgrade because I feel like that gives me the best. I mentioned it before. S1900, yes, please. Then we're going to make it look nice and wow. 58,000 credits. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Weight goes down, horsepower goes up, lateral G's. Oh, by the way, welcome back to another episode of Forza Horizon 5, in case you were wondering what the heck you were watching, if the title and the thumbnail weren't clear enough. Okay, that's good. I think I'm going to make it look a little nicer. Design, paint car, choose car. Should we change the wheels on it? I know it's a point of contention because everybody's like, oh, there he goes. He's going to spend 20 minutes picking wheels. But guess what? It's my favorite part. We don't want some. These all look like drag. I think the problem is the tires. You know what? Maybe we leave the wheels as is. We're gonna make this thing a little bit of a sleeper. It's hard to say a sleeper because it is a Mazda RX-7 and these things are known to be fast. But we're gonna make it a little bit of a sleeper. What we are gonna do though is we're gonna change the paint on it. I just gotta find a nice one. Find new designs. What in the heck is this thing all about? It looked like it was missing the fenders. If that's the case, can I see it? Did we apply it? I don't even know if we applied it. I think we applied it. I mean, it looks pretty ratty, right? It looks like, oh, this kid, he found some money, he bought an RX-7, and he fixed it up in his backyard. It's still got the stock wheels. It's got a different color hood because kids think that's cool. It's got a matte finish because he painted it in his garage with a bare premium ultra wall paint. But we're going to go ahead and use it. Ooh. 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 Okay, it sounds like a lawnmower, but I don't care because I think it looks great. You know what we're going to do with this thing, guys? Right here. Way over here is the Colossus. We are going to compete in the Colossus in this car, and we are going to win it. I want to start finishing all of the big races, and this is one of the ones that I think I've raced before or something, and I lost. Something like that. And I think we can win with this RX-7. At least I hope we can win with this RX-7. Because it would be a terrible shame if I spent 15 minutes racing in this race and then ended up losing the race. Because look at the matte finish on it. I really like it. You can smell the stir sticks from here. It looks like it was rolled on. Okay, let's go. Come on. Oh, this is a different angle that I haven't seen. Interesting. This is taking a long time to load. All right, here we go. Hey, look, it's 944. These all look like this is my kind of race. When I was growing up, these cars here, these were the cars that you wanted to drive as a teenager in my era. Ooh, so far the RX-7's feeling real good. Look at all these like gray vehicles. Yeah, the Acura NSX doesn't really feel like it fits too much, but we'll go with it. This thing is fast. Apparently not as fast as some of these other cars, but it's fast. Ooh, it's a little skittish around the corners. That's good. Oh, boy. It's going to be tough to control. Okay. We're going to have to make very, very little mistakes. Like this. Oh, goodness. Wow. Okay. This is not good news, guys. This is not good news. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, goodness. Okay, third place. I think that's a Skyline in first place. Nope, that's an RX-7 in first place. RX-7 in first and the Skyline in second, and then an RX-7 in third. Mazda representing. Just past him. Oh, I almost hit that tree. Okay, let's keep calm and steer on. New t-shirt. That was a really good corner for us. I'm letting up on these corners even though it tells me I don't have to. Oh, I'm losing it. Excuse me, sir. The brakes are phenomenal on it, I have to say. The auto upgrade did a great job of upgrading the brakes. Yeah, oh, I don't know if, I think I hit it, but I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I hit it. You have to be real careful where you gas it with this car. Because if you gas it while your front wheels are turned, you're spinning. But then in some cases, you have no option. Love the way this thing sounds. Oh, listen! I love it! Whoa. Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad. I feel like we probably didn't do great the last couple corners. I always fiddle with the camera angles mid-game, and I think that's a big problem for me. Because I want to see what it sounds like from inside the car. I'd prefer to drive it from inside the car, but the view is just so bad, as I've mentioned before. It's really difficult to see the track when you're inside the vehicle. You know, I could have done this race in the Zenvo, the vehicle I used in the last episode, and I would have definitely won 100%. But I want to try different vehicles for you guys. I'm doing this for you. And this is kind of fun, this car. I'm not going to lie. It's a little wild at times. Feels like I'm right on the edge of losing control, but the Zenvo, I feel like 100% in control 100% of the time. This thing, like for example there. Oh. This would be a great drift car, that's for sure. Just got to change the tires on it, I think, and it'd be fine. Okay. Well, Spence's had it coming. 25% of the way through, not bad. We're doing decent. As long as we stay relatively, or the course, I should say, stays relatively straight, we should be okay. If we start experiencing a lot of corners all of a sudden, and I'm skidding out of corner A and corner B and corner F and corner G, then it's going to get ugly. And it's going to be a close race. That was a real bit. You see that? Look it. They're already catching up. Look at the mini-map. Oh, goodness. We're going into town. It's going to have corners. Lots of corners. Oh! That was planned. Putting on a little show for the locals. They're catching up. Okay, it wasn't... Thankfully, it wasn't like a lot of town racing. Yeesh, they're getting closer. No. There's a stadium over to the right. That's probably the stadium where I do the... Look it. Check it out. It's a soccer stadium. They're catching up. 35% of the way through. We're having a good race, guys. We're having a good race. Whoa. That was bad. Rewind time. That was a lot better. Wow. I didn't think I rewinded far enough, but apparently I did. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy now. Hey, we lost them somehow. We did something back there that was good. A little wild through there. Okay, okay. Easy through the corner. I bet all you import car lovers are loving this, especially the RX-7 fans. I know there's a lot of you out there. I'm an RX-7 fan, actually. Surprised I haven't driven this thing yet, to be honest. I always jump all over the Skylines and the Subaru STIs and all those wonderful cars. But for some reason, I overlooked this car, and if I had to choose one of the childhood, what's the category? Attainable childhood dream cars? The RX-7 would be right up there. I think the Nissan Skyline R34 would be number one. The 240SX, aka the Silvia, would be pretty high up on the list. Definitely an older model Subaru Impreza STI would be on that list. The Mitsubishi Evo would be on that list for sure. This car, I think I've already mentioned it, but it's definitely be on that list. The Volkswagen Corrado, actually, I think would be on that list. When I was like in my teens and I was looking for my first car, I really wanted a Volkswagen Corrado, but they were just so expensive at the time. I actually even considered a Dodge Stealth as well, and a Ford Pro. Those were also cars on my more affordable list of cars to own, and I ended up buying a 2000 Ford Focus two-door ZX3 in black, which was a pretty good car for me. I just remember the shift. It was manual, and I remember the shift stick being so tall, like so tall. I don't think I did very many modifications. I added a front spoiler to it. I put Ford Mondeo rims on it. Like, the Mondeo was a Ford vehicle sold in Europe, and I imported those rims from Europe just so I can put them on my car. I put the low-profile tires on it. I put a cold air intake on it, which was a terrible idea because it rained a lot here one day, and the cold air intake was the one. I mean, I don't know if they all go down under the engine, but this one did. And I drove through a puddle, and it sucked up water to the point where the car died. It didn't. I don't think any water got into the engine. I think it just cut off the air intake from the engine, and then the engine just died. I was able to restart it as soon as I dried out my air intake filter. Oh my gosh. You know, you make a lot of mistakes when you first start doing the whole car thing. And I have to give it to that little Focus. It was a trooper. I don't remember if I did anything else to it. I think I changed out I changed out all my badges. So instead of having the blue Ford symbol, it had the black Ford symbol. I'm not sure why I thought that would look good. Looking back at it, that's really, really cringy, and I would never do that today. I may have also changed out my front grille to be less... so the Focus had like horizontal plastic stripes, unless you got the SVT version, which I believe they had more of a honeycomb grille or something like that, and I think I changed that out. That might have been it. I never ended up changing the shifter, even though it was so tall. Oh, I changed the muffler, so it made a little bit more noise, because that's what you do when you're a teenager and you're into cars. I think I was like in my early 20s even. I don't think I was a teenager. But I definitely changed. I I think I changed the muffler. Now I can't remember if I did or not. When I got my Saab 04 Saab 9.3 Aero, which is the top of the line 9.3, that one I lowered. I did get lowering springs for the Focus as well. But the Saab I lowered. I had 2 sets of nice aftermarket wheels for it. Oh goodness. What else did I do? Oh, I had a front spoiler added, but like painted the same color as the car and everything. It looked really, really good. That's a terrible corner. We have to rewind. What else did I do to that one? I definitely changed the muffler. I think I mentioned that already. I don't think I changed anything else, though. It was just a solid car. Beautiful car, too. I remember I took it to get it. I took it to get it safetied one day, and I go into the mechanic shop. I'm like, okay, I need to get this. Was it safetied or it was emissions check? So I don't know if you guys have this in the States, but you have to get your cars to make sure your cars meet emission standards every. I don't know. Was it every year? Now I can't remember. We don't do it anymore, so I can't remember what it was. But I took it in to get it emissions checked, and the guy was like, okay, just give me the keys. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and then maybe 15, 20 minutes later, he comes out of the back of the shop. He's like, who's the owner of the red BMW? And I'm looking around. There's a couple other people in the shop with me, and nobody says anything. And he says it again. Who owns the red BMW? And again, I don't say anything because my car is red, yes, but it's not a BMW, clearly. It's a Saab. Eventually, he looks at me. He's like, isn't that your car? The red BMW? I'm like, no, it's a red Saab. And he's like, oh, right, yeah, the red Saab. We can't do the emissions check because we can't get it up on the ramp. And the reason they couldn't get it up on the ramp is because it was too low. The vehicle had been lowered too much. The front spoiler was really low to the ground. And if anybody here is listening who lives in the Toronto area, having a vehicle that's low to the ground in the Toronto area is some next level bravery, because the city is filled with potholes. It acted as a snowplow in the winter because the lip was so low it would just push snow aside. And then one time I had to drive 3 or 4 hours away, 3 or 4 hours north of home for work, and I had to stay at like a hotel and everything. It was more than 3 or 4 hours. I think it was like a 6-hour drive. Back when I was working for Auto Trader, I believe. Yeah, so I had to drive up north, and it was during the summer, so snow wasn't an issue, but it had rained heavily, and so I'm driving around working, and I drive into this Canadian Tire parking lot, I think because I took a wrong turn and I had to turn around, so I used the parking lot as sort of a place to turn around, and there's this puddle in the parking lot. And I thought it was just a shallow little puddle with a little bit of water in it. Whatever, I'll drive right over it. I drove over it, and this puddle was filling a massive hole in the parking lot. Like, I'm talking a hole the width of probably my entire car and the depth of maybe a foot, maybe 10 to 12 inches in depth. So or maybe that might be too much. Maybe about 6 inches in depth, because I remember driving over it, and my car, it felt like it teetered forward. And then I kept driving because I'm like, oh, that's weird. Whoa. Speaking of weird, let's not mess up right at the end. I kept driving and completely ripped my front spoiler off my vehicle. And this was not like a plastic or a rubber front spoiler, easily replaceable. This is a fiberglass front spoiler that had to be professionally attached to my car. It had been paint matched to my car, and now it was gone. I got out of the car. I saw that half of it was torn off. I tore the other half off with my bare hands, put it in my trunk because I didn't want to just leave garbage there, and did the rest of my job for the next few days with a car that looked like, it just looked like the front half of it was missing, the bottom half. And then I drove home. I bought another spoiler to match and had it paint matched again. That's how much I loved that car. And then eventually I traded it in for my Subaru Impreza WRX STI hatchback in World Rally Blue that I also loved quite a bit. Oh boy, that could be trouble. We're still in the lead, 94%. Wow, that story. Hope you guys enjoyed story time, because that was definitely it. 95% of the way through. We're going to win this race, guys. Ooh, let's not be too confident. Yikes. Let's just continue to concentrate here and finish this race strong. Okay. The Subaru, by the way, I also lowered. I embarrassed to say this, but I rolled my fenders. I stretched my tires. I had white work XD9s on this blue Subaru, and they looked incredible. But the stretched tires and the combination of how wide these rims were, even with the rolled fenders, I was still rubbing every time I took a corner, and it just chewed up the side of my tires. And yeah, it was not good. And then I had to camber it out so it didn't chew as much, and it still ended up chewing my tires. But I was riding around in a cambered out Subaru Impreza STI with white wheels and a blue body. I have pictures of it somewhere. The car looked incredible. It just was not practical.
Not bad, superstar.
Thanks.
You can come and race with me anytime.
Oh, that's a nice offer of you. Wait, I'm maxed out, right? Oh, look at that skyline. I think I already have one of those things. Okay. Wheel spin. Give me a car. No 4,000 or 5,000 credits. Come on. Oh, my God. Gotta be kidding me. Okay. Alrighty then. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I think that was fun. You guys got a little story time. I won a big race. How many more? There's the Titan. There is the one that I lost over here, the Goliath. We did the marathon and won it. We now have done the Colossus and won it. I don't know if there are any other big races to do. I think that might be it. The Titan. I think that might be it. We're doing really good. This game has been a lot of fun. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.